I'm Nikki and I love you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the the stream. It's been a minute. It's been a while, right? Oh my gosh. How is your winter? Is it winter where you are? If not, I have enough winter for the both of us. Hey, how's it going, xsinick? It's been a while since we seen each other. I just want to say thanks.
How interesting. Just look at that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Hey guys, I hope that your day is going pretty good. I've been hanging out a lot on the Blender forums. Actually the Blender, not the forums, but their Discord. I've been hanging out. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied, guys. Been a while since I've streamed, and yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. Making music. Doing stuff on the game, of course. The game Soul 3000, and doing a little something on there. This stream is gonna be a variety stream, right? So, hopefully it's just a hangout stream, but we've been having too much hangout streams, and I'm nervous about having a regular stream where I actually show a bunch of stuff. But you know, show myself doing stuff, I should say, you know. But it's all good, guys. We'll see what we have going on. So, enough for the EP yappy. Let's jump in here. I've been working with a program called Open Tunes, and while working with Open Tunes, you know that Blender you could do traditional 2D animation in it. It's really cool. So we're gonna download a new Blender, take a look at that. I'm gonna do some sketches in Open Tunes, and we'll jump into some 3D, hopefully, God willing. And maybe there's a game that I've been playing on Steam called SnowRunner. It's kind of awesome because, like, you know, you gotta do deliveries, right? You know, I do a little deliveries these days, guys. You know, and you have to deliver cargo and pack, not just mostly cargo, like different equipment and stuff to different places, and you have to go through all this kind of like wild country roads with a lot of mud and all kinds of stuff. So that's gonna be pretty interesting, you know. I mean, I think it's fun. Anyways, guys, without further ado, too much talk here. Let's jump right into it. So let's go.
Wow!
Okay, here we are. Let's check out the new Blender. Let's see if we can download it. So let's come here. Let's do Blender. What do you think, guys? I would like to stream more regularly, so maybe I stream in the afternoon. Maybe that's the thing. You know, we'll see. You know, after everybody's working, you know, there's a place you can hang out. Let me know. So I do a search for Blender. It comes up with the actual Blender, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm downloading it. You could donate to the Blender Foundation. I think it's totally worth it. Of course, if you could afford it, that'd be great. Euros, USD. It helps them continue making the software that we love. Okay, I'm jumping in here. I'm just gonna extract here. This is the latest Blender. When I mean latest, that's newest. I still always wonder about that. You know, when you say that something is the latest, you mean like the newest, not the oldest. You know. I realize like some things about the English language is escaping like really young kids. You know, so like different things that everybody knows, like saying like this is the latest software. What you actually mean, it's the newest software, and it's not late in terms of old or past. It's just a thing with the English language. Or you could just simply say this is the newest software. Okay, I'm gonna grab this and drop this here in my softwares folder. I'm gonna copy this. I always like to keep a copy in my little archive so I could, like, you know, get it whenever I need it without having an internet connection if I happen to be doing anything, or I somehow can't pay for the internet and I have to work on my computer. Okay, so let's see here. Come in here, Blender versions, and let's just dump this in here. And it's a nice little archive I have of like Blender versions that I've used throughout the years. Okay, so let's see here. Let's jump let's go back into downloads. Okay, so that's there. Let's go into software. Let's make sure it's still there. Yeah. So this is the newest Blender. Or is it? Hold on. Hey, I think it is. Anyway, let's jump in here. Double click. Yeah, this is definitely the newest one, because look at the new splash screen. Is that cool or not? They say, do you want to import 4.1 preferences? I'm thinking I want to. I like my preferences, guys. Let's do it. Bam. That didn't import Jack. So I'm gonna come in here. I have a key map that I like. Let's just do a factory reset on this. I just want to make sure it's nice and clean default. Load factory settings. Load. Same thing, right? But this time I'm going to import my key map. And then my factory settings, I mean my, thing would be different plugins that I have. So I'm just gonna go ahead. This is the newest Blender. Let's go. Let's see here, key map. I'm gonna import a key map. It's pretty cool to save a key map of shortcuts that you like. You could do that in Blender. Whatever shortcuts you make in here, you could save out a file and of course keep loading that file up, and your shortcuts would keep coming up for whatever newest version you got. It saves time. Okay, bam, there we go. I'm somewhat set to go. There we go. Can move that like that. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna install a plugin in a new one. So one thing I like to do is to show my keyboard commands. So let's come in here. Let's look for a plugin, right? An add-on. Alright, so the add-on I want. We'll get extensions. Oh, allow access online. Yep, go right ahead, Blender. I'll have access to my internet. Okay. So screencast keys. Here it is. Install that so you guys can see what I'm pressing. There it is, screencast keys. Let's do is turn that on. It's awesome. Turn the shadow on. Let's make the size bigger. Mouse size. Zoinks. And it's right above xsinick's head, so we're gonna make that yellow. But that's what she's thinking. She's thinking about commands all the time. And not just any commands, the commands that I do. Let's see the line thickness. Let's make that a little thicker so you can see stuff. And the font size I think might be 20. Or we could test that out. Let's see. Oh, it could be a lot bigger than that. Let's go 40 in that. Whoa, look at that. Okay, let's adjust like where this sits on the screen. Right, I'm doing it like this because Blender has like options that pop up from time to time. So I think this is fine. Let's make the mouse size just a little bit smaller. I went overboard. Like maybe like about, what do you guys think about that? Is that good? Oh yeah, perfect. So let's see here. Show last operator. I don't know what that is. This screencast keys is pretty cool. Let's go hide that, and I'm just gonna leave Blender like this. I could get rid of, I think I don't want that for my Blender. I just want to start with just a pure cube. So once you have like your Blender situated where you want, you could actually come in here and let's go save startup file right here. So whenever you start Blender, it always starts with all your preferences and everything you have. Let's come in here. I want to change some more. So these are the things that I like to change in Blender. Also turn backface culling on for when you're modeling. Let's come in here, and I'm gonna do random colors, random wireframe, random color, right? And what else? Oh yeah, so we want to be able to convert stuff. So we'll go object, convert, and like mesh. So you could right click on any drop down that you have in Blender and go assign shortcut, right? Any command. And then you can press whatever you want on your keyboard. So I'm doing Alt C. So Alt C is going to make this convert command happen. Okay, and let me see something here. So I'm going to do this and okay, yeah, so I got all those commands. Let's go back there. Shift C. Okay, so now I think my Blender is ready to go. But actually, you saw Blender has a cube right directly in the middle, like this. This is how I like my cube. I like my cube like this. I like to go into edit mode, press G, Z, and then 1 on my numpad, and that's how I like my cube. All right, so let's go ahead and save all this. Go export, defaults right here. Let's see if I have my, oh yeah, we got the magnifier. So go into defaults and save startup file. Overwrite. So now every time we launch Blender, it's gonna look just like that. So let's test that out. Let's close Blender. Don't save. I'm gonna let's close the web browser and let's start up this new Blender here. Bam! Look at that, guys. There's something called Roblox Ice Cream. Okay. I'm gonna make a little shortcut here on my Linux desktop so I can get to that easily. Let's go. I'm gonna do that really quickly. New launcher here. Name is called Blender. It's Blender 5.1.5_1. That's my Blender there. And for the command, I'm just gonna tell it where I put Blender. It's right in here. 5.1 Blender, and let's get the icon. We need the actual Blender icon, so I'm gonna click on that. So this is something unique to Linux. If Linux doesn't install it automatically, you can make your own shortcuts and do. I think, well, you know what? You could do that in Windows too, but I think it's slightly different, right? Let's see. Right here, Bizamos, right there. There it is. And comments, I'll call this 3D design. Oh man, like I was helping somebody out in DaVinci Resolve, right? DaVinci Resolve is an editing, editing, compositing, color correction program by a company called Blackmagic. That's the name of the company. It's a launching terminal right here. Okay, yes. All right, cool. So we got the new Blender. I'm gonna uninstall the old one. Well, you know, let's just leave the old one just in case if the new one breaks somehow. It's probably the best thing that you could do. Oop, hold on there, guys. I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call. Let me just see what this is about.
Why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I had a little phone call there. Yeah, let's get back. Where were we? We were like getting Blender happening. Okay, let's jump into that. I'm gonna put a snooze on some ads. So if you see any ads that's popping up and it's a little bit annoying, let me know and I'll try to just, you know, text me here in the chat and I'll try to put them on snooze. That's good. Oh, okay. Feels good to be back on Twitch, guys. I should have never left you guys alone. Okay. I promise I'll try harder to be on here more often. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, so we're back. So I just made a shortcut for Blender. So self-hope. Oh. Yeah. I know life can be bummy. Pray to me and I will have mercy. Don't forget, you could get this album right here that you're hearing, Lo-Fi Pets. It's free. Okay, let's launch Blender. Oh, here we go. Oh, where's my keyboard shortcuts are not saved? Is that a glitch with the new Blender? Okay, I'm gonna get it back. I thought it saved it. Okay. Oh, you know what? When I reset everything, it reset. I didn't. Okay, my bad. Let's do this. Import. Everything is jumping on the other screen. I have to pull it over. Let's go here. Project. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and just press save preferences. Just in case. Oh, this is much better. Why does that feel off-centered? Okay, there we go. Oh, did I screen cap? Come on, let's fix it. I didn't screen cap. Keys is not. What? Did it reset? What? Okay. Nope. I'm gonna do a speed run through this. Let's go. Add-ons. Screencast keys. Speed run. Enable on startup. Color. Wazamos. Shadow on. What was this? Font size was what? Like 20. Line thickness. Let's go 3. Mode size 50. Just off the top. Save preferences. Let's turn it on here. Okay, let's fix this. Line thickness, maybe 2 is better. No, oh, I think this was 40 actually. Mouse size a little bit bigger. I think this is better. Okay. Bam! Oh, the mouse size is huge. Okay, that's 100. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's what xsinick thinks about all the time. Blender shortcuts. File save. Okay, we're gonna explore the new Blender here for a little bit. Now I'm not gonna go through like all the new stuff in here, but I'll just explore it in general. Let's go here. Oh, where were we? Defaults, save startup file. Let's overwrite. Okay, let's just. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna close it. If it dumps everything, then there's something wrong with this Blender. Ah, hey, it totally did it. I don't want that there though. Let's just save that again. Default, save startup file, overwrite. Let's do it one more time. Okay, alright, so let's test something out here. I actually want that. Let's just do that. Save that. Default, save startup. Okay, so what we're gonna do here in Blender, this I want to show you guys something. So when you're modeling characters, you know, let me know if in the chat or in the comments if you're on YouTube, if you would like to see tutorials like this or me maybe do something like this here that I'm about to show. So if we go here into the desktop, I'm gonna snooze another ad. Okay, so polygon modeling. A lot of people like they start Blender and they don't know where to go or how to start. Whoa, why does this look like this? Is it loading? Oh yeah, it is. Okay guys, so I was helping someone kind of figure out how to go about modeling like a character that they have. Let's go front view with this. Right? So polygon modeling is definitely the way, you know, and being able to set up like reference. So like right now this reference that I set up on this character is not perfect because the character's face is not symmetrical. And if you ever do drawing by hand, you could like make the character's face symmetrical in like Photoshop or the Gimp. Or you could come here in Blender. If you drew this by hand, I'll show you. Select, if you put the character's thing on a plane. Uh-oh. It's frozen. Is the new Blender like messing up? Hold on here. What? That was odd. I guess it had to load something or the other. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. So yeah, if you were to, okay, here we go. Yeah, so if you wanted to like make your character's face symmetrical so you could model it, you could just split, you know, whatever image plane. So I do it on an actual polygon, and you could split it down the center of the character's face by using this tool. And all you gotta do is just delete one side, you know, decide which side you like, and delete the other side, and just flip it. You know, as if the character's face is symmetrical. If it's asymmetrical, I think that's what it is. You know, you'd want to keep the other side. You know, if like one of their eyes are different, or one of the ears is like an elf ear instead or something. Man, I should have given her like big elf ears. That would have been cool. Let's do this, and oh yeah, there's a symmetry thing in here. Let's see. It's called symmetry. Symmetrize. And I want to symmetrize the other way. There we go. Now, now she looks completely symmetrical. Right? I just like copy the, you know, that thing on that side, and of course, side view. So I was showing how like you could start with a view like this. You know, you could draw your character, a front view of your character like this, this is what I drew. And then from there, you could make your side view based upon your front view. So I'll show you guys that a little bit, and then I was going into like Polygon, doing like edge flows and that kind of thing. My edge flows are not perfect, guys, but I'll just give you a little example of what edge flows are. You know, sometimes, you know, like sometimes I realize that people don't always know like these things off the top. So edge flows is the way that you could run polygons along a surface so that the surface looks properly, and it helps keep the surface. It helps keep the model, you know, low poly enough where you could do other things to it, and then you can make it really high poly. So, and it's good for like animation and for like rigging and stuff. So I'm gonna duplicate this. You could see my shortcuts to the left here, over above xsinick's head. Excuse me. And let's come here. And because this is white, it's a little hard to see. So I'm gonna do this. Right? So let's say we want to make like the lip, right? So you could kind of start like this, right? And in Blender, if you work in your vertex mode, you have access to almost all the modes according to what you have selected. So let's just see. So edge flows would be something like this. Right? And this is me doing a simple edge flow for the mouth. Right? And then from this point, you could select your points. Make sure you're on the tweak tool. That's how I'm able to just pull things like this. Yep, the tweak tool is up here. I'll show you what that is right here in Blender. So normally Blender starts with the selection tool first. So it will be select box. That's how Blender starts. And if you come here, if you hold this down by holding your mouse left button down, you can come here and get tweak. Ooh, can I model like this with a magnifier? Let's let's see. Whoa! I can't see what I'm doing. Oh man. Whoa, it's kind of cool. Let's I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit and see if I can keep the magnifier. This magnifier little app here is kind of sick. It comes with Linux Mint. I don't know if Windows comes with something like this. I think it may be in the accessibility portion of Windows. You know, because it's in the accessibility portion of... Okay, I'm gonna come out of that. That's disorienting. Okay, so you see, this is like a basic edge flow of like what the mouth should look like, and we have the side view here, so we could like select like a group of points like these, right? Just off the top, I'm gonna pull these back, but this is the inside of the mouth. Press G here, let's pull that back, and then I'm gonna select like this group right here by the corner of the mouth. Right here, I'm gonna pull this back to like the corner of like where her mouth is here. No, the thing, when you use reference for like, especially when you use reference for characters, you don't have to follow it 100%. It's just a guide, right? To make sure that you're kind of doing things somewhat in the right way. But when you're using reference for like cars and mechanical stuff like that, then it could be, you know, then it could be more accurate. Then you could follow it like to the letter sometimes, if you get good reference. So let's just pull these across. And you adjust the side view accordingly. So this is a little fun, was a little fun project. That I know, just something I was helping somebody out with on the Blender Discord. It was kind of fun. And now it just came to a realization, like I gotta do more box modeling. This is not technically box modeling, but it's pretty close. I'll show you guys what box modeling actually is. So box modeling is where you start with a box. It's kind of like this. I would call this more polygon modeling, just regular polygon modeling. Okay. So I'm jumping between views here. That's the cool thing about splitting your view. But actually there's a quad view, and that's a new thing in Blender. So let's try that. Let's try the quad view. That actually I saw a video where it talks about that. So let's see. Okay. So we want the quad view. Where do we go for that? I think there's several ways to access it. Let's see here. I used to remember where these things were. Let's see here. Let's go into object mode. Okay, view. Maybe it's in here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I forgot where it is. Help. Okay. I'm probably like overlooking it. Toggle local view, view node, perspective, camera set, viewpoint, I know literally it's called quad view. Area. Oh, yeah. Where is it? Okay, let's see here. Select box. It's not in there. I'm gonna find it no matter what. No. click on this. See? Toggle quad view. Where is that? View area? Wasn't I just there? View. Anyways, good thing they have the search. I'll just do it right here. Ugh. Bam. It's the quad view in Blender. It is kind of cool. So let's see here. So we got a right orthographic, top orthographic. And you could still split this. And kind of have the quad view off to the side if you like. And look, you could like move it like this. And let's where's the area right here? Okay, but toggle was here all the time. It's all good. And let's use this as a 3D view right here. Okay, let's fix this up and right here. So when you're modeling, you kind of want a 3D view anyway. And when I'm doing characters, I rarely ever use like views like this to model them. Me personally, I just model them in here because it kind of helps you have a better command. For me, it helps me have a better command of like the 3D space. So like, see, like right here, I know like this is crazy. So I just grab that like that, right? And it kind of teaches you how to look at the volume. So I'm just gonna go here, something like this. So like that. And you can just look at these views right here. So let's adjust this. You could come in here, so you just like a bunch of views you could jump back and forth. I mean, this is how I used to work in 3D Studio Max all the time. But when I came to Blender, when I started using Blender, I started using it less and less. Quad views less and less. So, you know, I just like Blender's single view vibe. But Blender always had a quad view, and to some degree. But for some reason it's even better now, right? They removed the actual headers over the quad views. Okay, so when you're doing polygon modeling like this, a good tool to have is this tool right here. To the top, it's called proportional editing. We zoom in here. So if you click that, if you turn that on, to turn it on, you could also press shortcut 0 on your keyboard. And what that does, it allows you to affect a bunch of vertices around your model. So you could essentially kind of slightly sculpt it, kind of. So if I press G right now, see there's a big circle, and if I move this, everything is affected. So if I scroll my mouse wheel, the circle is going to get smaller. The area, that's the area of effect. So I like to use stuff like this when I'm doing polygon modeling. So you see I could like move a row, and if I don't need it anymore, you just press 0 and you have your regular move, you know, your thing. So I always have my finger on the 0 key. Alright, so yeah, just polygon strips like this. You could like connect these strips here. Right, you could like split that. And I feel like I like to come to the side here and just kind of do something like that. So how was your day? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is just, you know, me just testing out different things. I'll show you guys an image of you know, what these polygon strips should look like, and it's good practice, right? So let's check this out. I mean, here I got a little reference folder. Everybody should have their own reference folder, I'm thinking. And if you come in here, like under head, for me, this is what I got. Right, I have like these kinds of images that shows like general contour and surface flow for any given thing. So you want simpler than that, so like even simpler than this. You want something that looks like, and you could do it on a reel. Like I have a bunch of these just showing different flows and topology. Right, you could go ahead download your own stuff online, see, you know, the different parts of, you know, features, what they call features on the face. Alright, so I like this one because it's kind of somewhat simple, and it's over, and somebody just drew it on top of a regular person's face, and you could do that with your own face. I have everything and anything to do with faces in this one folder. So I don't always have to go hunting online all the time. You know what I'm saying? Alright, and then the different things about muscles. Don't need to know about that right now. Look at this. This is a Blender one. I like this one. All right, let's keep it moving here. Let's do some eye stuff. I'm gonna select those. Okay, we're gonna break away from this, what I'm doing here, in a little bit. And remember that I'm gonna press 0, bring up that tool, and just do something like that, affect it. Start to get something like that. Remember, this, whatever you draw is a guide, right? So in the end, you gotta look at your 3D thing to see if things make sense, right? So like this right here, I know like this should drop back like that. Just gotta go in there and just kind of work on it like that. If you don't like the see-through thing, you could always switch toggle modes right here. Come in here and get something flat like this. Let's keep this random. Oh, let's keep that material. Actually, hold on. What did I have on that? Was it off? Whatever. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, let's do one more thing right here. Right, I think by the nose you're supposed to have like a strip that comes down. Oh, let's just look at our reference. Oh yes, it does. So like right here, the strip. This is like a frown. I don't know if you call that frown line or something. But let's bring that and roll that. Let's roll it around here, around by the chin. So just simple. If you hold Control, and where's my screencast keys? It keeps disappearing. It's a bug with screencast keys. Okay, so let's turn off the squad view. It's a little annoying for me right now, but it's cool that they have it here. Where it was area and then toggle quad view. Sweet. Okay. Let's go here. I'm gonna do this. Anything to do with anime looking characters all of a sudden is interesting, isn't it? I don't think so. But I do it anyway. Let's come here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn off that that thing. I just need to tweak single point. So I just press O to toggle off the proportional editing. Let's get that going there like so. Right, I want this to connect to this like that. So I'm just gonna hold Control and snap. Whenever you're modeling, a lot of people, they like to click the snap button and turn it on like that. Don't do that. Just if you hold Control, it will turn on snapping, and if you release Control, it would stop snapping. So it's a lot quicker. I mean, if you want to leave it on or whatever, I mean, I guess there's use cases for that, but for modeling, it could slow you down. Come here.
I'm tired of the system, I'm tired of being evil, I'm tired of being weak, I'm tired of lack, I'm tired of hate, I'm tired of despair, I'm tired of having to fix.
No, I've never really modeled in strips like this. This is the first time. I normally just do what they call box modeling, and that's like off of a box, so it's more volume based. Do you know that in Blender you could have multiple modes selected at the same time? So let me show what I mean by that. So let's zoom up here. So see right here where it has we're in vertex mode right there. You could hold shift down and select edge mode, so all of a sudden you could select vertices, or you could select edges like that. And if you come back up here and hold shift down and you select face, you could all of a sudden you could select faces if you want, or you could select a single point, or you could select an edge. That's a little trick right there. Right, so you don't have to keep jumping between the different modes. I like to jump between the modes because you know I'm crazy like that. Like that. So I have let's see if my shortcuts work here. Oh, control. Yeah, so I have a shortcut that jumps between the modes right here. I like to use it, but if you don't want to do that, you could just do what I said. So like hold shift down, right? So I could just go between selecting different modes, and this is good for like modeling things like faces where you don't want to keep jumping between things. You could have access to all the modes. So I could select an edge if I want by clicking on an edge. If I want to select a point, I could select a point, right? And if I want to select a polygon, I just have to click on the polygon and it's selected. See that? Right here, polygon here. Hold shift down, shift. Yep. There we go. Get these two edges. I'm pressing G right now because when you have multiple things selected, G makes sure that it just stays selected and you can move them. Okay. So you just have to keep adjusting. That's why the tweak tool is about tweaking, right? So like when you're modeling faces and heads, it's all about the tweak. How much could you stand up to tweaking before you go crazy? No, it's just a joke there. It's a terrible joke. How much you could do, how much you could tweak, right? You gotta have patience. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you have that mode on. Okay, I'm gonna turn these off. Go back into point mode, and if I want my modes, I just switch between here. Oh, why isn't this? Oh, that's being obscured. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll leave one more strip for here. Let's say the side view here. Yeah, so it's about just tweaking, going between different views and modes. Right, and then what I like to do too, so like say like I want to work on the nose. Once I finish the head, I would select the nose, break it up separate, select the nose by itself and just work on just like making the nose correct, I don't have to get everything in one go. Alright, do you know in Blender you could extrude off our single vertex? That's pretty cool, check it out. Like so. Let's do it through the front view. Right, so I have a single vertex. So that. Gonna do this for a minute here. Oops. Continue extruding off that vertex. So for like visibility, I think what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm going to make my points bigger so you guys could see exactly, because a lot of people watch like Twitch and stuff on their phones, right? Get a tablet or watch it on your computer. I'm just joking. Let's you can watch. You can watch Twitch on your television if you have a Roku TV. There's actually an app for it, so you can see everything big and nice and clean and clear on the television. But let's go in here and let's change the point so you guys can see it better. I'm all about clarity, right? Let's do this. So going into themes, and I think it's on the 3D view. Yep. Oh, look at this. While we're in here, let's change the wire color. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be cool. Let's do it, let's do it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Edit wire color should be kind of like Maya blue. So it'll look more professionals. I'm just joking about it. Okay, let's go there, and let's go vertex. Let's send the vertex instead of black. Let's put them like a nice bright light blue, something like that. Does that look like Maya? Okay, so let's go here, scroll down. Okay, so my edge width, I'm gonna make it a little thick so you guys can see the edges better. And the vertex size, we make those a little bit bigger. All that makes things feel clumsy, but it's okay. I am streaming after all, and yeah, that's a little clumsy for me. Let's back up. Let's back the truck up on that. I'm good with that. Okay, and then face dot size, and you have all these different things, report overlays, camera, and this is where you could go in Blender to change like how these things look. And the wire color, I'm gonna leave that black. Let's come in here, and I think it saves it automatically. You see auto save preferences, so we can leave that alone. Here we go, so it's a lot clearer to see. Let's do a split right here. I'm trying to match up these points. Yeah, like so, like so. Let's even this out. So I talk about like evening things out when you're doing with you know, edge loops and stuff, or polygon loops. Let's go here. Let's make sure that's like that. This is a mystery section right here, like that. I think this here where sometimes you get like a star pattern in your polygon, just to make it work. But we'll see how that works later. You don't have to figure everything else, or you know, out in one go. Okay, I'm just gonna let's see how that is there. So I'm gonna go on the side view. I'm just gonna move that. And this is why I like working in 3D view, because it forces you to like look at the shape in like a volumetric, the face in a volumetric way. You see, like I'm just moving that where I think it should go, and it's like Blender has really good spatial awareness. If you do this in some other 3D programs, what happens if you move it like that? Sometimes the vertex goes flying across the viewport. Yeah, try that in Max and see what happens. They probably fix it by now, but I remember like if you do something like that in Max, the vertex will go flying to Kingdom Come. I still like 3D Studio Max, guys. I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying what it does. Okay, this is good enough. I mean, obviously it's not perfect. Let's just come in here and just like select some edges, and let's press F to start kind of filling those. You see where that kind of makes a mess there? Okay, let's continue with this one. Oh, look at that. We have an extra piece. So I'm gonna select everything, A, Alt M, and well by distance, and I'm gonna, instead of like 0.001, I'm gonna put 0.0003. So it merges it, nice. Let's just kind of like tune this one so we know what we're doing to some degree here. Alright, and then you can start like sculpting. Hey, what's up, 3D Dur? I'm back. How are you? Are you back? After a long time. That's correct, yeah. Too long of a time. I promise I would try not to abandon you ever again. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. Xsinick, say hi to 3D Dir.
こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。
Yeah, I've been hanging out in the Blender in the Blender what do you call it? The Blender Discord community server. The Blender community Discord server. Excuse me. I don't think it was the best use of my time, but it was pretty interesting. What have you been up to? Have you been creating cool stuff? Look at the mess I'm creating down here, guys. It's all good. Any messes we could sort out. Don't despair. Just trying to get quads, that's all. It's okay to have a triangle or two, because we could always solve this, right? Like I could come with another row and bring it up around here, which is what I'll probably do. Let's try that. Yes, sir. And then do this. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Problem solved. And let's just switch the view. Okay, we go back and forth to that. Yeah. I can't wait. Share it with me. Share what you've been up to. I can't wait to see. So if you're watching out there, in case if you don't know, like a lot of people who are a part of our, a lot of you who are watching right now actually, and a lot of the people who are part of the xsinick show server, part of our community, there's a lot of talented, like really skillfully talented people. So if you ever want to join a community where you could, you know, share and learn and that kind of thing, I would encourage you to check us out. Okay, so you see, guys, I'm not trying to figure all this out right now, and it looks a little bit messy. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as I can. And there's a few things that I do whenever I'm stuck a little bit. So I look back at the reference. That's one thing that I do. So let's look at some other reference. Right, this is the most simplest reference for edge flow that I could find. So I look at this and then I go on to the more, look at this, somebody did Arnold. This and they model him in Maya. This is Maya right here. So then you could come into the more complex edge flows and make sure that you're working right. That's for later. So let's go back to the simple thing. And the thing about it, you know, don't despair. Once you get it, like her nose is crazy right here. Like I can fix that. And this off the bat, this doesn't look like a girl, but you know, we'll work on it so that it looks like it and get the anime feel back. But we just need the edge flows. Even better than that, what a lot of artists do, they have a base mesh that they just with just the most basic edge flows, and what you do there is using that mesh you could just manipulate the topology and get it looking like whatever character you have. Okay, you have this method when you're studying 3D. Yeah. So this is this method here. I don't actually use this method like this that much. I actually use the method that I use was more like box modeling, so it's more of a volume. That's what I actually use when I'm modeling characters in a serious way. So, I come in with a box model and I put it together and that kind of thing. So you come in with a box, right? A box model, you put it together. Like, what are you talking about, Nick? So it's been a while, guys. So I start with a box, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm gonna connect this and we'll just figure out the rest later. Yeah, it doesn't know which direction. Okay. So normally people go and they would pull out like little points like this and that kind of thing, which is fine. Let's fill this up for now. We could solve this later. Right? And that's that star pattern I was talking about right here. It's happening probably I think probably it should happen lower down. Right, so this is what we do, right? Let's go into here, right? And we could probably finish filling up everything. But let's turn that proportional editing on, right? So we start nudging things, moving things, and you could turn press F to turn the size of press G to turn the size of the proportional editing down. You could come in here and do that, right? And you can kind of start to like pull things out. There's also a relax in Blender you could use. Oh, you DM me in Discord? Okay. I'll turn Discord on. And normally when I stream I like to turn it off so like I'm not being pinged all the time by people while I'm streaming, but I'll turn it on for you, 3D-der. Just for you, sir. So if you notice, I'm not even looking at a reference right now, I'm just kind of like in view right here. You know, and a next thing about like modeling, it's good to know the subject, like what you're modeling, the character well enough to know, well, you know, this is generally how I want things to look like. Let's take a look at what 3D-der sent me. I'm not here to try to finish this. I'm just ranting, guys, and we'll probably switch over to something else in a minute. Let's go back. And before I leave, I like to clean things up. Right? Oh, she looks pissed off. Alright, so let's come in here. Let's do that. Let's do this. Scale X. Oh, let's turn proportional editing off with 0. Okay, no. Scale X. And then 0. To get that perfectly in the middle. And if you press N on your keyboard and you bring up item right here, you see the X, type 0 in that, make sure that this line falls directly on 0 and everything should be okay. So I got to pull the nose out and all that sort of stuff, but let's check out what 3D-der sent. Okay, go to the side view here. Let's go to the front view here. I just want to leave this file in a manner that makes sense. Let's press N. Okay. And let's line up these blue lines right here. See that? Line up our blue lines so that the references look. So when next I open it, I kind of have an idea where I'm at. The chin is going to turn out really well once we wrap the polygon around the chin, and then we use proportional thing and we keep tweaking it. Once we get the head, we could do the ears, and of course we got like all these guides right here. You know, I would encourage you to go online and look up edge flows and polygon flows. You know, like I have a ear that I could load this ear in to Blender as a plane on an image plane or whatever reference image, and you can start modeling this. You know, pulling polygons along, like where it curves here and there, and that's how you do that. Right? So different things about the measurements of the face, like where the eyes are. Now these are just guides, right? Because you got to break these rules to have a person look different, right? You got to break it a little bit, but you got to know generally, like the corner of the eyes drop by the edge of the nose, kind of thing. And it's also in drawing too. Okay, so let's see what 3D Durga's got. Let's fire up Discord. Fire it up. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, let's see. Is this it, 3D there? That's looking pretty cool. Gotta fix this here for a minute. What? You gotta make one of these for me. Drew portfolio hire. And this is this ArtStation, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. And you tell the person they could scroll down to see more. And it's about 3D there. That's great. Projects 10 years experience 1. I love it. Tools. Oh, this is so cool. Yep. So you're using Blender for some tools, for some of the tools and stuff? Yeah. So I create, I like this. What I create: 3D modeling, texture, materials, UV mapping, Unreal integration. Love it. Man, 3D I hire you on the spot. Let's see this. Fall Reaper Sickle. How much would you like to get paid, sir? I remember when you did this. This is cool. Let's check that out. Render image 1, render image 2, render image 3. And if you click on it, you get a bigger image. I like it. This is top notch. I gotta update my portfolio website, guys. This is awesome. No, not much money. Yep, and you have a mama set thing here. Oh, this is just an image. I like it. Very cool. View more. If you click on more, you can see more of what 3D there did. Wow, this website is cool, man. I love it. Okay, so this is all. Then you can filter by props and filter by environments. Love it. Okay. Let's go back down. Okay, client feedback. Wow, this is so cool. You got feedback. That's great. 3D, you gotta help me. Open to work. Let's see. So you come in here. Oh, is this disabled for now? Are you still working on this part? So you have an email right here. And you have your location. You're laughing? Very cool. I like it. Very good. So this is what you've been working on. I think this is a very... Oh, maybe in the future. Okay, okay. View portfolio. If I click higher, then it goes here, and you can just go to the email. Okay, I got you. Or you could come. You could navigate through here also. So it's about services. It goes to the services, Unreal Engine integration, and then portfolio. Okay, and the contact, which is down here. Very cool. That's excellent. I love it. Oh yeah, 3D, do you might have to hire me. If any of you guys out there want to collaborate with xsinick here and xnicky to some degree, let me know. Although xnicky is not a real person, so I don't know. She'll just be the face of what it is we do.
Wow!
Yeah. So I need to add prop. Yeah, well, I got my own stuff happening, you know. So we're working on things. You know, I've worked in other studios before with other artists, and well, you know, jobs and studios or whatever it is in the past. So, you know, but I have my own thing happening. You know, it's not official yet. You know, it's not officially launched yet. Hopefully, you know, I'm hoping by the end of this year, early next year. I'm hoping. But once things are official, then you guys will hear about it. We just have placeholders for now, and there's a lot of groundwork to building this stuff. At least for me, right? So there's a lot of learning curve and that kind of thing. From coming from being like a hired employee or being a part of a bigger company to doing your own thing, there's a lot of room to cover, right? You got to play the roles of different people, from HR to like sales to a whole bunch of things. Especially if it's just you and you don't have a lot of people. You know, so it's just us. We're a very small team, and this is our website here. Just very basic. It's not as cool as yours, but it's right here. A very small team of people. So right now, you know, I'm the face of it to some degree, but it's not official. And yeah, it's just very basic. So click on home. This is a project that I personally did. One of my last projects for like a big company I worked for. It's a project on about an entire island, a small island that they want to turn into like some sort of hub of industry for the region. And me and one other guy created this. Yeah, so we're in the process. This is a studio right here. It's called Heavenly Form, and it's you know, there's a lot happening in the background that I can't speak about, you know, but so far it's just kind of like my website right here and that kind of thing, you know, and some past work that I've done in the past professionally, right? But we got to put more studio work up. Oh, these things are still loading. Wow, why is that? Is this a full? This is probably like the full image. Why is that take? Oh, there you go. So this is stuff that I've done, people paid me to do in the past. This is many years ago. You know, these are professional, you know, like interior designers, engineers, architects. So this will be like a civil engineer with a, what do you call that other person? It'll be a civil engineer to design, you know, the roads and the parking lots, and then some architectural people to build the stores. Yeah, so this is an actual real place, real work. This is not like me making things up. You know, they want things to look a certain way, and you gotta make it look cool, because they don't care about cool, they just care about function, right? So like this is just like a total sketch, but that's all they want. They don't want anything realistic. A lot of times I had to fight to make things, you know, look realistic, because a lot of these a lot of architects and engineers and you know, landscape architects and stuff like that, they just want things sketchy, right? You know, this is like a building here, and this was actually this was a Unity model actually, and I just took the building and trying to make it a little bit nicer. You know, it's like a mall. So these are like little still renders that I've done over the years, and then of course a screenshot of that thing. Let's see, is it going to offline studio? Yeah, so this was once very private work, but I'm just showing the ones I could show. I actually created this in Blender. This interior of an apartment, of an apartment. You know, that's pretty interesting. Like, you know, a lot of things in here are not real, and some things in here are real. Do you know which ones are real and which ones are not real? You know, this is a blend of a real photo and, you know, just renders. Can you tell the difference? I don't know. You might be able to. Yeah, so I got stuff like that. Then I got videos here with my portfolio. And this is me personally, so this is not like the company. This is not nothing we've done as a company. This is things that I've done over the years as a visualization artist and video editor and all that sort of stuff. Motion graphics guy. This one shot was for a film. Yeah, you guys can check that out. Anyway, back to where we were. You like the building animation? That was the simplest one to do. You know, once people give you like actual architectural models, you could like just do all kinds of stuff with it. And I've used professionally, I use 3D Studio Max as my main software, and like, you know, even Maya. If the company could afford Maya, I would use Maya. But a lot of like architectural engineering firms, they only stick with 3D Studio Max. So that's kind of what I use, or what I used to use. You know. Yeah, but your website looks amazing. I need to fix our website up to the way that yours look. Your portfolio website look better than our company website. I think we're more focused on like trying to get money. You know, but you know, in order to do that, it's gotta look good, right? So I totally get where you come. I totally get. You know, this stuff has gotta look good to show like what we could do. Just different things, you know. If you want to be hired, you create stuff like that. If you want to get money, you need to like actually interact with people. It's a thing that you can't get away from, which is cool. I like interacting with real people on real projects. If you're an engineer and you're watching this, or you're an architect, or you're even just like a simple guy who have ideas or whatever it is, you can reach out to me. You know, and I'll put a whole team on it, which is just me and probably 2 other people. And we'll get stuff done like in a real way, like for real. Alright. You like simple 3D artists? Yeah. You know, just, you know, the more you do something and the more you the more you meet people. This is the whole thing. The more people, you don't have to meet like a ton of people, right? But if you just kind of build relationships, it's kind of about building relationships more than even your skill as a 3D artist. And that's kind of like the truth that like you get to realize over time. You know, so like if people like trust you, it's like a trust thing. It's like, you know what, if I give it to Dur, he's gonna do an X, he's gonna knock it out of the park. So people start thinking of you as an asset, like, you know, like if our backup is up against the wall, I know this one guy who could help. You know, that people like that kind of thing. And I was like that for a while for a lot of people. You know, I have one friend who's a director in Hollywood, and you know, like literally Hollywood. I can't say exactly what studios he's in, right? But you know, there was a point in time where they used to give him a hard time with the budget for the movie, right? And you know, he wanted certain effects, or he needed to fix a shot because not really a special effect, but it's like maybe like the car's supposed to be red instead of blue, and maybe like the actor had a scar on their knee or something, and they need to remove it, and that cost a lot of money, and he wanted the film to look good because that's his reputation. Like the better your films look and the more interesting, the more work you get. So he's like, dude, I know this guy Nick from like, you know, wherever. So he's like, Nick, you know, could you help me with XYZ? And I'll be like, sure, man. Like, so I helped him, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, there was a point in time, not right now though, but there was a point in time he used to always call me whenever he got stuck with the studios not wanting to help him with certain special effects or, you know, budgets and different things. He's like, could you make a poster for me? I was like, sure. Could you do this? Like, sure. You know, and I would charge him accordingly. You know, and yeah, that was real nice. I'm trying to get back. You know, I wouldn't say get back. I'm trying to like maintain my relationship with my friend. You know. Yeah, well, you know what, to be honest with you, people talk like that, like building networks, but it's more about friendships, right? Like, you could build a network and that's cool, and it could be all very business-like, and you know, you could go to like their things and do whatever it is. You're absolutely right. But better than that is if you have like a certain degree of friendship with the person or the studio, right? They're cool with you, they like your vibe. I got into a lot of doors because, like, when you meet me in person, a lot of I've been told, like, by a lot of people, when they meet me in person, they feel relaxed, right? That they don't feel with other people, right? And I attribute it to trying to be as genuine as I can. So, even, you know, I would like to think that, you know, if anyone meets me in real life, that they're better off for me meeting me, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Do I face cam? Yeah, I mean, there's actually streams. So if you go on YouTube, look at some of the older streams, you'd actually see my face. You know, I don't hide my face. I just think the bear is more interesting, right? So, yeah, I just think the green bear is a much more interesting thing than my actual face. I think xsinick agrees. I can't meet you and travel all over parts of. Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, we can meet up. And I mean, to be honest with you, like, I wouldn't mind doing something like that, meeting up a bunch of other like people and checking out different things. Probably try working on projects. Like, I don't mind that stuff. But, you know, with human beings, you gotta be careful because, you know, people have ulterior motives, right? You know, sometimes, you know, a person comes across one way and they're not really genuine, right? So, like, you just gotta, like, navigate that a little bit. You know, if I say yes and I'm genuine about my yes, at least I try to be. You know, and I try to be honest. I don't use cracked and pirated software because I did at one point before I knew better. Now that I know better, I'm trying to do better, you know, so I use things like Blender, and there's so much free alternatives out there if you can't afford to pay for like subscriptions for like professional software. There's so much free options that sometimes some of the free options is actually almost better than some of the paid stuff. I was like, what? You know, so, you know, and not even free. There's low cost options out there, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, 3D. I don't mind. I don't mind. You know, long as you're a real person and you're cool and whatever. Yeah, it's no big deal. But I don't know. 3D, aren't you like you're like in India, right? So I don't mind checking out different parts of India and stuff like that. Long as they're friendly, right? I don't know how friendly India is, but you know. Right now, guys, I'm basically doodling with this thing. Not even like. Let's get rid of that extra edge there. Okay, so you purchase Maya. No, well, yeah. I mean, you know, some of the software, you know, is very what do you call it? Like expensive, right? What do you call it? You call it expensive. So, yeah. No, I totally get that. See, this needs another split right there. But for now, you see, you see, you can get bent out of shape for like getting triangles and stuff, but like for me, I just create what I need to create and then I go back and clean it up. At least that's what I tell myself. Yeah, it's terrible there, but you could do another split here for that, but yeah. Let's just fill that up there. It's not 100% there. That should knock back like that, but let's do that. Woo. Let's not do that. I'm just gonna come here. It's all about the tweaking when you're doing this kind of stuff. I think box modeling gets you there a little quicker than what I'm done modeling off of Polygon, but modeling off of Polygons give you like some levels of control, I guess. So yes, look at this. See, this there is wild. That's wild right there. That should not be like that. When we're planning to launch the studio officially, the plan is once we have our first project kind of somewhat in the bag, right? Which is the game Sol 3000. That's our first project. Once we kind of have that down, hopefully it'll get done, because games are a funny thing. Like a lot of studios, especially a lot of game studios, may start a game and they might realize like, wait a minute, we can't do this, you know. And but to the regular people, the game could look pretty much finished, and you're like, come on, dude, you just have like 5%, but the 5% is sometimes what stops the entire game from being released. And when you're creating games, this was a learning curve for like me and You know, especially my other brother who is part of the company, who's like who's a programmer, right? One of the learning curves is that like when you're basically building a game, you're building something for the future. You're not really building for like a game right now. So whatever you think is cool right now may not be cool like, you know, by the time the game is ready to release. So like sometimes you see people work years on a game or most of their life on a game, and when they release it, like it doesn't hit because, or people don't take it on because like the sensibility, people's like what they like change a lot, you know. So that's why a lot of developers, they do quick games, right? They do simple quick games, right? But what happens with that is that you could run into, it could work, right? Yeah, doing simple quick games, I would recommend that if you're starting up, just do something simple quick. But the bad thing about that though is that if everything is simple quick, then you could run into where your game still don't hit an audience because it's, you know, they see simple quick all the time, right? They see they're tired of like the 10 different versions of Flappy Bird, you know. So it's a interesting balance. If you could do something really interesting really fast, then you're winning as a game company, right? And that's part of what we do. You know, we don't just do games, but that's part of what we do. We're more of a creative, you know, studio, which is still being defined. You know, once the first projects are released and everything like that, then it kind of sets the tone for what we are officially, you know. But you could write down what you think you are, but that changes, you know. Even with a company, that changes, right? Why is this? Okay, that should be like that. Yeah, so this is wrong there, but that's okay. Yeah, that's absolutely wrong. But we could fix these things. Come on. The important thing is that you recognize when things are wrong or things are right. Yo, hydrate.
3D underscore dear just redeemed hydrate.
Okay, I'm gonna drink. Thank you, Treaty Dur. Oh my gosh, you saved me. I was so parched, it's not even funny. You saved me from getting a headache. Okay guys, so that's enough for now. You guys know what I'm doing here. So let's see here. You could go ahead and create like the rest of the neck here. It's not even a big deal. Like you could literally do something like this. Let's select that. Let's extrude that. Back of the head. I'll show you guys something here in a minute. It's like, don't ever like get discouraged, you know. Just jump in and just do it. Right, and then we could redistribute like all these points and stuff like that. And there's also a tool that helps with that. I'll show you guys in a minute. And it's a loop tool. It's called Circle. Before loop tools, I would have to adjust, like before loop tools, I would do like one row really nice, and then I'll duplicate that and you know, redraw the faces, you know. Okay, let's just screw around with this for a minute. Why? Okay. Let's go ahead and select this. Okay. Grab that. And put this. Uh-oh, I see a floating edge right here. So that's the difference between pressing J and F. You know, F, you know, fills faces and all that, but if you want to split a face, you gotta press J. It's not the same thing as F. I gotta fix that at some point. I think I could run another row of things to get rid of that, so let's do that. Why isn't that going all the way across? What am I doing wrong here? I could run another. This is probably needs to join. There should be another thing here. Oh, is it because oh, is that interior face? Oh, maybe there's something up well. The distance. Wow, still no. Do I have a floating thing? Yep, another floating edge. Yeah, you gotta press J to split edges. Okay, there we go. All that to do this. There we go. Get rid of this abomination. You see, remember I talk about like not sweating it and just, you know, things will work themselves out. This is what I'm talking about. Like I just put what I needed to put to get that done and then run that back over to get this. And this probably needs another split. I'm not gonna add any more to it. Okay, let's fix this. Fix that. Let's just collapse everything. Then I'm gonna select just these outer edges here. Oh, did I collapse that? Alt C. Oh. Oh, I gotta remap it. What's going on? Convert. Right click here, assign, Alt C. There we go. Save this. Okay, here we go. C. Press A. Merge everything. Distance. Let's go ahead and just run that loop tool on this. In this? Can I separate this? Hold on. Oh, okay, I merged it back up. Got it. There we go. Oh, you gotta install loop tools. Can't just do loops without loop tools. Is loop tools by default? I didn't think so. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, anyways. Let's go here. Loop. Okay, gotta install it. Gotta read low access online again. There's Bluetooth. Right here. On loop? What's on loop? Sometimes I like exploring the different plugins I have here. Okay, that's something different.
Your blood heals me from
Okay, let's see.
within.
Loop tools right here, circle. Right? And that sets that to a circle.
Death. End of sin.
That kind of
Regeneration.
is a quick way to clean things up. It's a little bit cheap, but it's fun. Oh, that's spin that. Why is that spinning that? Oh, it's not. Oh, is that? Oh, because it's not connected.
Keep me in your peace.
Tools again. Circle.
Your words comfort me. At night, we walk on
Circle. Oh, perfect, kinda. Okay, I'm gonna turn that turn this tool on. I'm thinking this is working, it's not. Oh, before we do that, let's split this back in half. We go into wireframe mode. Let's do proportional editing off. Press B, select this to 1/2. Okay, let's bring this together. 2, 0. Scale on 0. I think this is fine. Okay, and let's put the mirror modifier back on. There we go. That's the action. Okay, now we could start just doing a quick tweak. So tweak tool and put proportional editing back on, and let's adjust this. Now, when I'm doing humans, I rarely ever like box model humans like this. I basically sculpt them now. Or I wouldn't say humans, I would say characters. So it'd be humans or bad guys or monsters. I just go ahead and just break out the old sculpting tools and just sculpt them, and then where polygon modeling kind of comes back into play is when you're doing the retopo on them. Then because you have polygon modeled a character before, it makes the retopo process a little easier because you kind of know what you need, based upon the stuff that you polygon modeled before in the past. See, this is why I like to model in 3D space more, because you could actually see, like, you know, at least from the top view, like kind of like as you rotate, like what works and what doesn't. Keep it simple. Let's go ahead and select these right here and just go ahead and extrude those back just to get this part here. I'm going to turn proportion editing off, and I'm just going to use my mouse like so. Or maybe I shouldn't. It's fun. Let's redo that better. So what I'm doing, I'm holding control and I'm right clicking, and that tells the edge to follow where my mouse is. It doesn't matter, you could always go back and touch things up, right? You can come in here, add extra loops. Let's put proportional thing back on. Let's move the whole thing as a group. I'm gonna go here like this. Doesn't matter, it's almost like sculpting, almost. I'm not even looking at my edge flow reference, right? So once we get like this all nice and tucked away, you could then look at your reference for edges. So this new blender is not bad. Do we even save? Come on, save. Somebody save me by pressing save. Alright, I'm just gonna take a look right here. You can always go in by hand and tweak all these points, but you notice like it's going a little bit quicker than if we do it by hand. Just gonna pull that out. So like I'm just gonna kind of look, kind of eyeball it for a minute. Go to the front view. Just kind of like, we could just make the brush bigger, just press G and make the proportional editing thing a little bigger so we could select more points and a wider radius. Alright, and we could always adjust the polygon count on this stuff. Do some splits right here. I think it already feels like too detailed to me. Like I put too many cuts in here already, but let's just keep it like this for now. Whoa! I pressed something in. Okay, here we go. Back on track. Of course, you gotta constantly adjust the head to make sense. Okay, I'm just gonna fold this up. What is that? It's Alt Z. Whatever. Let's go here. Oh, we need one more. Can we do another cut in here? I think so. Let's do another cut. Just to have it work. bit smaller. Right, and just we're just massaging the polygons now into submission. There's better ways to do this, guys. Like you could like literally take a sphere and you know make it lower subdivisions and put it for that part of the head. And there's all kinds of fun and interesting things you can do. Notice how like I don't care that's going, and you gotta be willing to destroy in order to create. That sounds wrong. Okay guys, don't quote me on anything. Let's pull this back. Sweetie, you're having dinner. I just saw your message. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Kidiki. Well, you're just keeping it a little loosey-goosey, a little messy-wessy, and we'll continue like pulling this together. There's a Martian Manhunter head right now. Yeah, all these lines just gotta be properly spaced out. You could do all kinds of different things like see that like that. And this plane doesn't even have to be that close, so we just knock that thing back. Let's knock this thing back too.
Come now, selector. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. All over the world.
Okay, we could start like focusing on like trying to fill up the air. Probably go back and fill up the muzzle or the mouth. But guys, I'm gonna leave this here for a minute, and I'll be right back. We'll whoop, no, we're not starting over. I'll be right back, and we'll probably switch over to doing something a little bit different, and we'll probably continue doing that little anime model there. I think I may have to structure it a little bit different in terms of you know, what we show, you know, in terms of polygon edge flows and stuff like that. So I got to think about it for a minute. So to make it worthwhile if anyone wants to reference this. So okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm just kind of rambling. I'll be right back. BRB.
So why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
Hey, hang on, you guys. I'll be right back.
眩しい
Play the word of praise. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. All over the world. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. All over the world. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. Come now, selector. Till the end of There is now one else but Elohim who can make my spirit new. There is now one
Okay, so like, there's too many things happening here. So this is where now I'll break the reference out and, you know, try to look at how these things are connected. Also, I would separate the nose and work on the nose by itself. I'll show you guys what that look like in a minute here. Let's break our B ref so I can have this stuff floating. Let's grab this guy. So BRef is a open source free version of PureRef. If you have Windows, you could use PureRef. Nothing is wrong with that. Let's grab this here, just for simplicity's sake. Let's see what else we got. I like how this nostrils is. I'm gonna grab this one also. If you're starting for the first time, like, you have to be willing to sit with your model for a while. Is this mixed? You see all these things flow into here, and that's what I gotta work on mine. See something here? Yeah, let's get that flow back there. Yep. Bring that in here. Anything that helps you describe or see what you're doing in an easier way. Okay, I think this is good enough. Let's go ahead and okay, I could close this. Have this float. I know you could get even rid of the header up here, but it's all good. I'll just keep this like this. If you're working on especially if you're working on a character, any kind of original design or anything like that, and you hit like any kind of brick wall, what helps me is, like, you know, sometimes being able to walk away and then come back and look at it, you know, standing up and try to be objective. Eyes have it. See, like the top of the head here has got to be fixed. Let's go a larger brush size, a larger proportional editing brush size. Bring that in a bit. Let's turn the thing on there a bit. Yeah, we could bring her in. Bring this up. And adjust the silhouette kind of thing. Select everything. Isn't there like isn't there a relax? Smooth vertices. Perfect. Ah, you did pretty cool that Blender could do that. Smooth all the vertices out, and then we could go in and adjust different things. Let's come in here. Select that. Select that. Select that. Let's finish the strips in the back of the head first. So do this. Not even a big deal. Let's do it this way. So select these and extrude. Okay, let's try to button this up a little bit. Of course, the mount needs some work. You guys can get this album here. It's an album I put out. It's called Light. So all you gotta do is go to the About section here. Yeah, you go to the About section right here and you see your gift. Candy base you can get, and you can get Light. This is all Nikki, you're a rock star. So click on that. And you could go here and you could pay whatever you want. This is recommended. It's like $5, but you could pay, you know, if you want to help support, you could pay more. And there's also a free album on here. If you want something for free, check this out. Click on Heavenly Form. And this album right here, called Lo-Fi Pets, it's free. So if you click on Lo-Fi Pets, it's like a hip hop album, like what you're hearing right now. Kinda. A little bit. This is not really hip hop, but you could pay $0 for it. You know, let's type 0 in here, even though it recommends $5, but that's just a recommendation. You could type 0, you know, put your email or whatever in, and boom, you could get this. You could get this for free, or you could check it out on YouTube. So if you just go, let's go back to Twitch here. If you go into, okay. Oops, is this blocking? Okay, so in the about section right here, right over here, I'll zoom in. I have like different links. You could check me out in different platforms. So like right here on YouTube, here in Discord. I even have a SoundCloud, but I haven't been posting to that a whole lot. But you might find a few different songs on SoundCloud. And this here is a link to, I believe this is Spotify. So if you click on YouTube, right, you'll come up with this handsome guy here. And I'm just joking. So, you know, if you just scroll past some of the videos, you'll actually see, let's click on videos. Right. You'll actually see different songs and different streams that we have done throughout the, you know, past couple weeks. And down here, you'll see like a whole lo-fi pets where you could actually listen to the album for free. So you could download it and you could listen to it. So if you click on that,
Gimp.
see, this is me and xsinick right there.
Yo, in Genesis,
It's not all AI generated, guys. I drew some of it, most of it actually.
Jesus Christ,
And all these beats are beats that came up into my head, and all the lyrics, I wrote all the lyrics,
Thank you, Jesus, for saving
except for the ones that's straight from the Bible. But almost all of them are 90% is just written by me. Not my voice though. And you could here, there's a link here where you could download the album and you can listen to it on whatever you have, your phone or whatever. And this is all the different songs. Let's check out some of the songs. Okay, check it out. This is Battle King.
Yo, son, you are born a soldier here on battlefield Earth. We don't battle against each other.
I'm not really a hip hop guy a whole lot, but you know, I like some hip hop. He is the Battle King. Not bad. Let's do a scan through. Let's scan through everything. So you can get us on YouTube. Okay, how about this one? Check this one out. Oh, I got a model cool for this. Like, you said spirit fit.
Destroying all idols in my life. Yo, son, claim the godly wisdom is my wife. Yo, son, go better.
You know, just continue to tweak this according to the reference, and this shows you edge flow, so you could go back in and do the edge flow. So I would like handle the nose like that. Just doing a proportional editing. I want to put it back into non-shaded mode. Let's go back into flat shaded.
The Holy Spirit make me hide no drugs inside of me. A tongue of righteous fire, words I recite.
Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light.
Forever. Grow
Better, conquer, better, build, better.
righteous forever.
Hooray.
Don't you ever feel trapped.
I could have added all that in there, but I thought it would have been too much. Oh snap! You guys ready? Let's go. xsinick, come on, sing this. Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating Jesus' mental state. Hope you can relate, son.
Regenerating my mental state.
Son.
Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating Jesus' mental state. Hope you can relate.
Son.
I'm now 40 and 5 in this.
I'm not 45, guys. It just rhymed.
God with every decision, the sinful flesh, false blood vision. Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating my mental state.
Okay, let's focus on the nose. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this nose is pretty sloshy here. It doesn't have much to do with the nostrils. This nostrils are a little more defined, but it's a little more defined. I like this one.
You are forever with me, making me new. Part of the divine, that's how faith grew.
You could do this. Yeah, like this to select.
Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating Jesus' mental state. Hope you can relate.
I just want to focus on this
Regenerating my mental state. Regenerating my mental state.
Let's select the bottom of it
Regenerating
also.
Jesus' mental state. Hope you can relate.
So in this album, the first half is kind of like, you know, male, and the second half is more female rapping. I don't know if you ever listened to it. I don't know if you recognize that. Except for one song that's kind of slight female in the middle of the male part, right here. We could separate this. You could do that. Just press P, separate it. Let's deal with that. Yo. Weapon. What is it called? It's called the Bible. Alright, let's do some nosies. Okay, so let's see here. I like the way that is. So it kind of sits on a plane there, so let's kind of get this happening. So you could do this.
Break it down, son.
I am building you a shining kingdom. I am Jesus, the anointed one. Draw near.
Okay. So now I'm going to break out the knife tool just to get some stuff happening, and then we could just continue with loops later. K for the knife.
My words will cause your brain to spark. Believe in me, be safe, avoid the devil's mark.
Do that. You don't have to like finish that off. Let's do that.
Draw near.
Let's just anchor that there. If we don't do a nose, how is she gonna breathe? And remember, anime noses could be a lot simple too, a lot simpler than this. But obviously, I'm picking the hard version, the more human version. Let's see if we can use this. Effervescent. The Lord, He is blessed. The Lord is He give you rest.
I work so hard, thought that's how I was
Born.
All this mental
These are personal lyrics, guys.
Jesus, you gave me peace beyond mental reason. Yo, hold on, get good things
Come into season.
The race is not for the swift, but for those who endure. Help is on the way, Jesus is knocking at your door. If you feel tired, weary, and sad,
And hopeless.
He will transform you
Anew with His likeness.
The Lord is good.
He is God. He will give you rest. Give you rest. I gotta say, it's like give you rest. I gotta say give you rest. The song's more hip hop. Give you rest.
Effervescent
Energy, the Son of Man.
gave me
Healing of your
soul.
Son of Man. Oh,
I
snap.
walk in new life with the innocence burden. I guess that's why the streets are golden. Heaven, effervescent transformation, understanding and knowledge. New body, new why, new life and due time is our heritage. Never giving up the word of God, give us strength.
That's an uncool
Overcoming
word,
all
heritage.
things your evil devils get bent.
The Lord is He is
The Lord is God. He will give you rest. The Lord is good. Yo, He is blessed. The Lord is God. He will give you rest.
effervescent for the ever living.
Effervescent for the ever living.
Effervescent for the ever living. Effervescent. Check it out. Hopefully I'm not going overboard with the nose, but we can always make it look simpler once I get the main features eked out.
Nick Beggars.
You know what it's all about.
Peace is what it's all about.
See, I'm adding lyrics to it, guys. Focus. Always improving, making, baking, always inventing, caution, torsion, always in dynamic definition, secret mission, stay fizzy, safe, always had a blizzy. Maybe I should have just used my own voice. I don't know. I'll put a snooze on. Let's go. Yeah, stay fizzy. This is what it's all about. Yeah. Sit, xsinick. What? I had gunshots in there? It's not gunshots. Supernova, my savior. Stay fizzy, safe, fizzy to fizzle. Always got that blizzle. Bible. I can't rap, guys. I could write it, but I can't rap it. Okay, let's go here. A little bit like that. Flexing over. Okay, so there's a plane that goes like this. Yeah. Peace, what it's all about. Okay, this is the female section of the album. Yo. Moving. Always improving. It's the same song but done in a different way. Venting, torsion. High dynamic definition, so the secret mission. Yo, stay fizzy, safe, always got the blizzy. On a mizzy mission. Always backed up by the great Gizzy. Flexing over. Praise Jehovah. Okay, I gotta get that edge here. Okay, let's just do that cut. So I remember to keep it, and then we could yeah, that links off. Does that link up to here? Let's do that.
Yo, say it again. xsinick peak. Yo.
I'm probably doing it the hardest way, but it's okay. You got this, guys. Okay, I'm gonna bring this around.
Always backed up by the great Gizzy. Peace out. The hour has come.
Okay, after a while I gotta decide, well, no more cuts. I gotta work with what I have and just move vertices around. Made of by his might. By his might.
In the beginning I was in your bosom.
What you saying, man?
Stories you read to me now, I
listen.
In the garden of flowers and fruits eaten. Your love is bright as a neutron bomb. The tree of life you kept from me.
What you saying?
Shorten my days to keep me holy. I need power, you give me battle armor. What you saying, man? Keep me close, my savior, my mentor. Made of dirt,
made of
light by his might.
By his might. Overstand, understand what you saying, man. Good man.
Fortify me with your spirit, make
Me new. Say whatever to the enemy. All I hear is,
the last
what?
shall be first and the first shall be last. What you saying?
If I made a video, I'd have like a money stack to my ears or something. Probably a Bible. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Let's go. You're not fooling around.
Made of flesh, made of soul, made of blood, made of
I think I need a cut there.
by his might, by his might.
What you saying, man?
What you saying, man?
Hey,
Yo,
my child, this is hot.
This is my
Master vision.
Son, keep
Self holy,
So one day you
will behold me.
I know life can
Be balmy.
Pray to me and I will have
Mercy. Huh.
Keep your feet shy, walk erect. All appearance of sin you must reject. The devil is after you
Day by day.
Pray to me and him will my words
Play.
Some
Keep
keep
yourself
yourself
holy.
So one day you
Will behold me.
I know life can
Be
be
balmy.
Pray to me and I will have
Oh
mercy.
no.
I am your savior, so in me.
Never.
Quit. Let my words in you
Will become perfect.
This world is after you.
Making living hard. Isn't that
Cite
true?
my scriptures.
Remember, I am your
So keep
yourself holy.
So one day you
Will behold me.
I know life can be balmy. Pray to me and I will have mercy.
Oh, you
will
be elevated with my blood. No more need for a global flood.
I know your flesh is evil, holding you down. Practice my commitments and receive life's crown. You will receive life's crown. You will receive life's crown. So keep yourself
Holy.
So one day you
Will behold me.
I know life
Life
can
be
be balmy.
balmy.
Pray to me and I will have mercy.
Oh no. Life's crown. Ooh. Ooh.
Life's crown.
Oh man.
Life's crown.
Life's crown. Okay, we gotta take it down a notch and just chill, right? Always gotta have a chill part.
Listen.
Xsinick, you're a star.
Beginning, God created light from the dark. Let there be wisdom in my tongue when I spark. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and mind. Lean not on your own, let his truth realign. Be still and know that I am God in the storm. A new creature in Christ, his ways transformed. Asking it shall be given, keep knocking that door. Seek ye first the kingdom, he
He'll
gon'
give you more. Check it. Lord is my light and my. I can't help it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go quiet.
Run the good race with his word I survive. No weapon form shall prosper when I stand tall. The Lord is my shepherd, he gon' handle it all. I can do all things through Christ, that's my boast. He strengthens the weak and he feeds every host. Listen.
Yo, son, it's another banger. Check out where we are and where we are.
I put the Savior's word in the back of all demons. For all them that crazy things they be scheming. Yo, son, keep an eye on King Jesus every day. Helping keep my peeps lit from around the way. Lit. Yo, natty dread. Lit. Listen, this war's on earth, made in his image and made of dirt. My foot is kept by the gospel, in the devil's eye, surface the air missile. Keeping rugged raw, hot to spit, I'm a soldier. Jesus Christ, my general, king, savior. Satan, I ain't the one to test. Helmet of faith, righteous breastplate, bulletproof vest. I'm moving in this battle zone, ducking shells. Some soldiers got hit, turn evil, it ain't hard to tell. Oh, King Jesus, keep me in your way. I read his word just to stay alive day to day. Back the track, yo kid. Go to church, fast, pray, you should never slack. A soldier on battlefield earth. Check this out, overcome this sin for the kingdom's worth. Keep an eye on King Jesus every day. Ooh, helping keep my peeps lit from around the way. Ooh, lit zone. Lit, and it's on. Ooh, lit. Ooh, lit soldier. Ooh, lit soldier. And it's on. Lit soldier. And it's on me.
Yo, son, I'm tired of all the obstacles in front of me. Why me, son? I feel like to shout out in anger. I need resources to solve problems. Jesus, I need a gem to sell or something.
You live again. Drop a gem on them xsinick. I'm tired of falling short. I'm tired of sin. I'm tired of the system. I'm tired of being evil. I'm tired of being weak. I'm tired of lack. I'm tired of hate. I'm tired of despair. I'm tired of having to fix. I'm tired of emotional mix-ups. I'm tired of being fearful. You will live again. You will live again. Drop a gem on them xsinick. I hate hate falling short, I hate sin, I hate the system, I hate being evil, I hate being weak, I hate lack, I hate despair, I hate having to fix, hate emotional mix-ups, I hate being fearful. You will win the game. Drop a gem on them xsinick. Jesus overcame, falling short. Jesus overcame sins, Jesus overcame the system, Jesus overcame evil, came weakness, Jesus overcame lack, Jesus overcame hate, Jesus overcame despair, Jesus overcame so all things are fixed, Jesus overcame emotional mix-up, Jesus overcame fear. Yo, stand in Jesus, son. Yo, stand in Jesus, son. Yo, stand in Jesus, son. You will, you will, you will, you will, you will live again. You will live again. You will live again. Yo, check this out. X, S, I need a mate. The creation of beginning, the creation of heaven, the creation of man, the creation of all time, the creation of all space, the creation of all matter. Listen back in the day, yeah, we got litty, yeah. Dancing before Jehovah, yeah, we got busy, yeah. Door to door, we walk with his word. Preaching things you ain't heard. How God created the universe, verse by verse. Praying with those in need so things don't get worse. Knocking on your door, knocking on your brain. Preaching that the Son of Man is coming again. Yo, if you spread God's word, you a door knocker. Convicting hard hearts with the words of the Father. Knocking on your door, knocking on your brain, knocking on your heart, for Jesus is coming again. The creation of all time. The creation of all space, the creation of all matter. Check this beat at all your hardcore door knockers. So nod your head for King Jesus. Oh yeah. Nod your head for His purpose for your life. Oh yeah. Nod your banger for the kingdom. Oh yeah. Nod your head for the new world to come, boy. Holy door knockers. The creation of, the creation of, yo, the creation of, check this beat out all your hardcore door knockers. Check this beat out all your hardcore door knockers.
xsinick, the way to wisdom. New York. The new boom bap, hip hop, new vibe. Tell him, son. Nigga numbers.
Nigga numbers. Jiggy jelly jumpers, biggie belly bumpers. Yo, you got to make sense. God is wisdom, internal head combustion. When life brings you defeat confusion, His soul cut through with clear vision. So no, nigga numbers, no. Jiggy jelly jumpers.
This is just a fun song. There's no real, I mean, there's a slight meaning, but it's just fun. There's actually a story behind the lyrics, but if anybody's even interested, you could ask me and I'll tell you. Jiggy jelly jumpers, no biggie belly bumpers, son. You gotta have one fun song in there.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Jesus' holy revelation lays within. Stay still, shh, and then listen. The Holy Spirit will give you clear vision. No, nigga numbers, no jiggy jelly jumpers, no biggie belly bumpers,
son. Whatever that means.
No nigga numbers, no jiggy jelly jumpers, no biggie belly bumpers, son. No. Yo, the Holy Spirit will give me clear vision. I obey His word, I am a kingdom.
So now it is about endless tweaking and cleaning up. So it's tweaking, cleaning up, removing edges, adding edges. This here needs to be more reinforced. I need to lead these to somewhere. But you know what, guys? I'm a little bit tired. I would approach this later. Can we connect that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys.
Son of man, can these bones come to life? Dry bones. Hear the word of the Lord.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna just switch over here. I'm gonna like just chill out for a little bit. Whew, yeah. So that's using the new blender. I want to check out something else in the new blender, which is just kind of took me by surprise. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. It's the you could literally draw animation and do storyboards in Blender. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so there's different modes up here. So there's a storyboard mode, which is what what? I just clicked on it. There you go, storyboarding. So it changes Blender into like a storyboarding beast. I'm gonna put this on let's put this on the Wacom. Oh, that's not why is the Wacom being mirrored like that? Hold on, guys. I gotta switch back. No, the Wacom is not even showing up. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me fix this. There we go. Bam. Okay. Yeah, so this is like the storyboarding mode. So you can like sketch in here. This is cool. Oh, you can't control. Can you control? Oh, you could even what? This is even better. So yeah, you could sketch in Blender. I mean, I know you could kind of do this for a minute, but oh, that's the last song on the album. Okay, let's just go to regular, normal streaming background music. Okay. Yeah, look at this. You could sketch. Isn't that cool? Wow, this is great. And there's your eraser in here. Okay, so if you're using a tablet, you could flip your pen tab. If you have a pen tablet, you could flip it over. That's cool. Is this pressure sensitive? I think it is. Why is it not pure black? Pencil. Okay, so I knew this was in here. I just never like looked at it until like yesterday when somebody mentioned it. Like when I was on the Blender Discord server, somebody's like, hey, you know, this they just made this even better somehow, but you know, so yeah, you could just go ahead and could do sketches, kinda. It's not very cool, but you know, his head looks fat. Anyways, yeah, so this is cool, a cool little test here, sketching. So that's cool. And with this, let's see here. You could like literally animate with this thing. Like you could just scroll over here. Could already and like scroll, let's say like, let's just go to like 6 or something. And you could just start drawing like a new animation frame. So like, you see like it ghosted as soon as I started to work on it. Let's do him closing his eyes. I think I might be using this for like most, if not almost all my animations in the future. But then there's another program I want to show you guys that I'm using. And that program is called Open Tunes, which is based off of actual Tunes, and Tunes is a software that the famous company Studio Ghibli used for most of their productions, right? Like Howl's Castle, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. And I'll show you what tunes look like. It's very extensive, you know. So I was trying to get accustomed to it, not realizing that Blender had like this simple, nice, elegant animation solution in here. So you see, like I made a frame there, and I go back and forth to frames. That's kind of cool. This looks better than this one, but it's cool to like just, you know, test things out, you know, and see what they can do. And you could add like an in between here, like I could do an in between, the eyes slightly, yeah, eyes slightly open, and the mouth kind of parted, yeah. I think maybe I should have made my my brush size a little fatter. Does F still work in here? Oh. Yeah, that's a pencil size. Yeah, that totally works. Oh, that's so much better, dude. Check it out. So much better. Of course, when you do an animation, you just kind of want to get like, that's the motion, then you go in and you can refine the drawings more. You know, most of drawing and even sculpting and even like the polygon modeling that we were kind of like testing out there in the new Blender, that you know, it comes down to certain like certain kinds of fundamental principles to do with like form, the form of the human body, proportions, you know, motion, golden ratios, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of like little things, you know, but you could just go in and just do stuff for fun, right? See, I just added an in-between frame. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Look like his eyes blinking. Let's make this eye better. something like that, but whatever. Just screwing around. Yeah, cause eyes blinking. Here's looking at you, kid. Yeah, this is amazing. All right, so let's see. Let's check out open tunes. Let's see what we got in there. Let's not save that. Just nice little test. Open tunes. Look at this thing. Okay, so I was actually working on a project, guys. A little bit of a project. So this is I'm kind of laying out the main frames for it. You know, you may have seen this in previous streams here. So I just did this part here. This is how I lay out when if I'm doing like a drawing that's serious and I kind of wanna I always like do these kind of like stick figures to kind of show the action and the action reaction, just the pose of the different characters and stuff. Oh, look at that! xsinick's hugging me. So yeah, I know she loves me. This is all about me and xsinick. This is where let's see right here. Look at that shit. xsinick, you look completely crazy, like what's going on there, so just stay far back. So yeah, but to lay on a serious note, to lay keyframes down in here is not as nice as Blender was doing it there, but it's definitely possible. You could create like a blank drawing, so I just created a new blank drawing and just do a drawing in there. What's the next? Let me take a look at my script and I'll see what's the next drawing. I think it's like dragging her along the street, so like, let's see, hold on. Release, working, okay, and we're looking for ultrasonic, the brick. Okay, so I have lyrics to a song, and this is kind of like I'm drawing some parts of it. So here he's dragging her along the street. That's what the stick figures were. Now she wasn't sweet. He's straggling her. Made you wish you wasn't near. With unshampooed hair. So like, xsinick's supposed to have unshampooed hair. I don't know how I'm gonna show that. So maybe it's kind of like essentially what's happening here. I think I'm dragging her with me, and she's kind of resisting to keep moving, because like I see her, like I see xsinick give her a kiss. xsinick is kind of symbolic of my wife, guys, just in case if you guys don't know. She's not totally fetishious. And then oh, my wife is blonde, so the yellow makes sense. Anyway, so that's so here, I kiss, and then I, walk away with her, and she's like, "Oh, this guy's so cool," and then, then realize that she's kind of like not all there in the head, and then, I want to take her with me, and she's kind of resisting a little bit. He's like, "Come on, let's go this way. Let's keep moving. We gotta run away from whatever it is I'm running away from in the show." And what's the next? The next thing is dragging her along the street. No, she wasn't sweet. He straggling her, made you wish you wasn't near. But on champion near, he drop her there to get a beer. Okay, so like, so like, I gotta like sum up what those things mean for like inaction stuff, right? So maybe he's pulling her along. You're seeing a bunch of different scenery moving. I would like to show the unshampooed hair. How am I going to show that? Like, I got no clue. Maybe I could show a close up of xsinick's hair, and it's like this junk. There's like stuff in there, like maybe like candy and stuff. That might make a good visual. It would definitely not this. But on shampooed hair, I don't know. I gotta think about it. Maybe maybe when he pulls her along like this, I could zoom into. Make you wish she wasn't straggling. Make you wish she wasn't here. We're done shampooed here. Okay, maybe I could zoom into her hair right here. That might be a cool. That's actually a cool idea. Well, let's see if we could do that. I just learned about like this selection tool in here, so let's see if this will work the way I think it would. If it doesn't, I have other ways. Let's see. Control C. Okay, copy. Let's go into here and let's can we just Control V? Oh snap! You could totally do that in here. Okay, believe you me, guys. Like I'm surprised because like this program is so complex. Like everything is slightly different. It's definitely made for like a big animation studio like Studio Ghibli or something like that. You know, I wish I did this in Blender, but hey, this is cool so far. It's good to learn new things. So I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna make her hair like magically long out of nowhere. I think that might be a cool thing. Let's zoom her. Let's zoom in a little bit. So cool with animation, you could do stuff like this. Let's zoom in. Let's pull back out a bit. Let's see. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I zoom in a little bit more and just kind of do something like that. I want to focus on the hair part, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do right here. Okay, go back into a brush mode and let's do this. Let's finish. Put down the rest of it. This will be the same size as that. Just gonna go back just to see. Yep. So we just zoom. That shows the action that we're zooming in. And there's different directing things you do. You know, you could draw some arrows showing that you're gonna zoom into a certain part. Let's do the hair. The hair just get magically long, or maybe it's that long in the entire video. I don't know. It's unshampooed. Does unshampooed mean long hair? I don't know, guys. Unshampooed hair, like what? And that's just weird wording. But we're like, I wrote this as a kid, guys. Like, so don't judge me. I wrote the lyrics to the song as a kid. And I had a really good friend, a childhood friend I grew up with, and he helped me, you know, with some of the lyrics, not all of it, and helped me with the guitar because I was playing his guitar in the song. You know what? I'm gonna play the original song when I was a kid. Check it out, guys. You guys are gonna hear it. Don't laugh. You know, remember I was just a kid, right? So check it out. Don't laugh. Let's go. It's called The Brick. I'll play it while I'm drawing. I put an effect on my voice. Okay, I'm gonna draw candy in here. Or like stuff. Maybe it's like all kinds of like parts and. Would the coffee mug be in here? Like the coffee mug I'm holding? Or would her coffee mug be in there? Let's put a coffee mug. would love to offer these coffee mugs to you guys in real life. We'll see how things go. If there's a demand. Let's do a smoke. And what else would be in there? Like maybe some polygons from Blender. The man on the run. Are you on the run? Name is Fred. I gotta draw the fat cat whose name is Fred. Guy in the cat whose name is Fred. She got a coffee mug in her hair. What else? I gotta think about this. We gotta put some interesting stuff. You know, it'd be cool if, like, you as a viewer out there, if you want something in your hair to be part of this video, let me know. Would you like your name in there? I don't know. I don't want, you know, get in trouble with anybody, but I think it might be cool. Okay, you guys want to hear the new version of that? That's coming out in the upcoming album. Oh, playing over. So that's what I made as a kid. So now that, you know, I do music, I produce a little of my own music, you know, I was able to take the same melody and the words and everything, I make a better song, or a cooler song, and it's going to come out in the new album that's featured to drop. It's called Ultrasonic, and it's based on the first album I ever did in MIDI called Sonic. It's all MIDI album. So I actually added this childhood song in there, and I'll play it for you guys. So you guys hear what the drawings is going to be based on. I don't know if I'll be able to. It would be nice if I could get this video done for that, but I don't know, guys. I only have like another week before the album drops. I don't know if I could do a full animation like that. I think I'll just leave the coffee mug in there. I think it's fine for now. It's kind of indicative of me, and maybe I should do a close-up shot of it. So, you know, we could copy this. Let's see. Animation is about budgeting, so let's see here. Let's select this part. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Control C. You can Control C in this. Let's go here and create a new blank drawing and Control V. Yeah, boy. And then I'm going to select it back again. This is so cool. I'm going to zoom into like the mug in here. Something like that. Move this. Yeah, that feels a little bit more centered. Let's leave that like that. Enter. Yeah, so you just kind of zoom into that. I wish there was other junk in here, but I think this might be fine. Maybe this is spilled coffee and stuff. Xsinick, you got coffee. You got a coffee mug in your head. Okay, let's check out the new version of what you just heard. Exclusive here on the xsinick show. A lot of exclusives today, and I'm going to show you the cover of the upcoming album also. Let's go. Ultrasonic. March 27th. 27th March on Spotify, YouTube Music, Deezer, whatever you have, it's gonna be there. Guys, grab it. It's gonna be cool. This is the last song on the album, my childhood song that I remade. Let's go. Other than whisking down, walking. And the theme on his arm, tagging along the street. I gotta go this part. Uh-huh. I wrote this as a kid, guys. The man and the run. Exclusive, exclusive, silk. I can see it part of the cover. I can see it. Part of the cover. Uh-oh. About love he swam through the sun. Okay, I gotta end it there. I think I might get copyright strike for my own thing when this is released. But yeah. So yeah, that's fun, man. Like, okay, so yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Just checking out some art and some drawing, and I'll be right back. And I want to show you a game that I've been playing. It's called SnowRunner. It's pretty cool. We do that, and then we're gonna end the stream. So stay tuned. Hey, let me know in the comments what's your favorite game. What's your favorite app to draw if you draw at all? Do you like drawing with pencil and paper and pen? I like to do that. Do you use markers or crayons or colored pencils? I was a big colored pencil person. So yeah, let me know. What's your favorite art? Do you like to sculpt? I spoke to someone last night who loves to sculpt, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with clay and stuff like that. So I mean sculpt in real life, not just digitally, right? I think they sculpt digitally also, but it's so cool, right? So yeah, let me know what's your interest in the comments, in YouTube, or right here, right now live in chat. Let me know what you like. What's your favorite type of music? Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in a minute. BRB!
So why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
Hey, hang on, you guys. I'll be right back. Hey, hang on, you guys. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie guys, I'm back. So what's going on with SnowRunner is that it's actually updating right now. like out of the blue it's updating. So I wanted to play a little bit of SnowRunner, but it's like, I don't know, like this some, I don't know, like it looks like some kind of big patch or something is happening to it. So let's do a little, if I do Warframe it's probably not going to run or whatever it is. So what could possibly, what could we do in the meantime? I would like to show that maybe another time, guys. We've been streaming for a while, you know, you guys been hanging in there watching me. I just want to say shout out all those who've been hanging in all morning checking me out, and throughout the, you know, the past couple of years or whatever it is, you know, I've been streaming, you guys been checking me out all the time. And just let me know, you know, leave any comments that you have in the about section here in Twitch. You know, if there's anything you would like to see me do or tackle, or any tutorials, you know, you would like to see me make there on YouTube, just let me know. Guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Let's call this a stream, and yeah, have fun and continue creating in Blender, you know. Let me know what's going on. Oh yeah, and look out for all the stuff. You could check out all the other stuff and get all the art and all that stuff. Also, feel free to join our Discord, you know. All that is in the about section. I'll see you guys later. God bless. Bye bye.
You've been to the sea before? On Earth?
Of course I have. Got a house with a view and everything. We're just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
Yeah, this game is going to be cool.
Man,
can't wait
this
for it.
again. I can't do anything.
Hello, unregistered guests. Your presence here is a violation of Cradle Security Protocol